What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Yeti Express DFS podcast presented to you by Draft Dashboard. As always, here's a quick look at the cheat sheet for today. I get asked about this quite a bit, so I like to get that out there early. Remember, here's what the dashboard looks like right here. Here's all the tools that you can use. I can give you all these tools 30 days for $1 by clicking my link in the description below. So if this is something you're interested in, get on board. Really good tools here. We were down a little bit yesterday, and I feel like a lot of the people that are really good players were down yesterday. If you look at any of the leaderboards on either site, a lot of the usual suspects weren't there. Lynn sucked, Diallo sucked, Bam sucked. I mean, all the good value really kind of hurt a lot of the lineups. So if you played a balanced lineup, you probably did pretty well. But the value on the slate was really not there. And then you had Dwight Powell, who was another value play that actually panned out really well. But I mean, if you expected Powell to have a career game against Dallas or against Brooklyn and lose by 30, then you wouldn't have played him. I mean, you wouldn't expect someone to have a career game in a blowout. So kind of frustrating with that one. I didn't think that game would stay close, so I didn't play him. But just kind of a goofy thing going on there. Today we're going to be playing the DraftKings and one. It's a $1 tournament. We're going to max it out for 20 entries. We're going to have quite a few people in our player pool today. So if you have any questions about my priorities on who I like better, leave them in the comment section below. But there's going to be quite a few people on this list. Starting off, I'm going to have a little bit of Russ. It's just Minnesota doesn't play defense. Minnesota's my team. I watch them every day. They don't play defense. So Minnesota is an easy target for Russell Westbrook. I don't really prefer him all that much from a priority standpoint. He's not my favorite, but I'll have a bit of him. I might have 10% of him in the contest that I'm going to have. Harden, I probably have 5 to 10%. I won't have much of them. Kind of agreeing with the site here on this one. Curry, I'm not going to have any of. I don't think. I'd rather have Kyrie, and Kyrie's ownership is less. I'll probably have closer to 15 to 20% of Kyrie. I like Kyrie quite a bit today. He's been in the news lately, getting a lot of public criticism. So I think he's going to show up for this game. He usually plays well against good teams, and so I like that quite a bit. Simmons is probably one of the best plays on the slate. I'll have a large amount of Simmons. He's 8,400, and he's got a huge projection. He's almost 6x projection. There's just nobody else here on this team. You have Embiid out. You have Boban out. Butler's a game time decision, so it could just legitimately be the Ben Simmons show today. He hasn't had a good history against Orlando. Orlando's really been good defensively lately too, but I'm still going to roll with it. I just like the price tag too much there. Another guy I like is Dennis Schroeder. He's going to be popular today. He'll be very highly owned. I will be right around that 40% number. So I will have plenty of Dennis Schroeder today. Anybody else we want to include in here? I guess I'll have a little bit of Darren Collison, but I won't have nearly as much as 33%. I just don't see a ceiling that's all that high for him. So I'm going to include him, but I don't expect to get him a whole lot. I'll be way under the 30% ownership that he's expecting to get. They're 33. I'll be way under that. I'll be at like 10% maybe, if that. And then the last one, I'll take Jeff Teague. He's been frustrating lately. I expect to see Derrick Rose's minutes come down a little bit, just because I think the Timberwolves are going to start responsibly tanking. So you'll see a lot of the veterans, the older guys play less. You'll see more Okogie. You'll see more Tyus Jones. You'll see more Bates Diop. You'll see more Wiggins. So I think that's about it for me at point guard, though. I'm not going to get down into any of this stuff down here. Shooting guard, again, a lot of the plays that we have are multiple eligible. If Jimmy Butler plays, he's interesting, but again, he's a game time decision. He's just going to be the guy that scores, I think. Wiggins, I hate Wiggins. I'm a Timberwolves fan, so I have some bias, but I hate Wiggins. He doesn't do anything other than score, and he hasn't even been scoring all that great lately. The only reason why I'm even including him is because of his history against Oklahoma City. It's really the only reason why, because he sucks. Jaylen Brown, I think, makes for some interesting value against Golden State. He's been playing better. He's got low ownership. He's a block and steal guy. He does a little bit of everything. If he gets you your 27 minutes, it could go a long way for you there. And the last guy is Wesley Matthews. Again, this guy, just the system loves him. I like him. He's been playing really good ball lately. For his price tag to be only $4,100, he's been living in high 20s. Chicago's a good matchup for him. I just think that he makes quite a bit of sense as well. So we're going to have a lot of players in our player pool. If you have any questions side by side, just leave them in the comment section below. Say, hey, do you like this player better or this player better? And I'll get to them. No Kevin Durant for me today. I'm not really on the Warriors, even though they do have a high total. I just think there's too many mouths to feed. The only other player I'm adding over here is Kawhi. Again, he's just too cheap at $8,900. I expect him to be in the 48-point range today, so he's going to have lower ownership too. Just a really good price play there. I don't think there's anyone else that I'm really adding in. We already have a pretty big player pool, so we're going to tighten it up a little bit here. Power forward, there's not a whole lot I'm going to add. I don't think I'm going to go to Aaron Gordon today. It's just not for me. I guess I'll include one 170 or one Warrior, and it's going to be Draymond Green. He's just too damn cheap at $5,600. He doesn't score, but he does so much else that it really doesn't matter. And then I like Taj Gibson. He's going to have low ownership according to these guys, but I think his ownership will be a lot higher than 0. Taj Gibson's got a 71% chance to hit value, so I think that might actually be a typo. But yeah, he's another guy that has been playing really good ball lately. He's been coming off the bench. He's been living in the 30s, and at 4K, that's a really good spot for him from a price perspective. So I like him. Porter's a player that I have quite a bit of interest in just because he's been playing really good lately. I'm not going to include him in my player pool because Indiana's good against the position, and they're good defensively. But I do want to keep an eye on him if something opens up as, say, a Chicago guy were to miss this game, like a Levine or a Markkanen, then he would be instantly interesting for me. So just keep an eye on Otto Porter. Centers I like today. I like Vucevic. He's my favorite by far. I'll include Towns because I'll probably have a lineup or two of him, but I won't have much Towns. I'll be under the field on the percentage. I'll probably have 10% Towns. I'll be way over on Vucevic. I'll probably have closer to 30% Vucevic. He's probably one of my favorite plays on the board. We might get to a lineup or two that has Markkanen. Don't see much other than a lineup or two, but we'll include him. Nurkic, I like Nurkic quite a bit today against Memphis. I think people are going to shy away from the fact that Memphis plays really slow, but that actually kind of benefits Nurkic. It's a bad rank, but this is back when they had Gasol and all that, so I don't really see, the Ivan Robs of the world slowing down Nurk Daddy, so we'll include him. And the last play is Miles Turner. Again, this is another price play. I know I say that quite a bit, but I'll have a boatload of Miles Turner. I'll probably be right around the field at 25 to 30%. He's just too cheap. He's 5,700. He hasn't been playing well, so I get why he's cheap, but it's just too cheap for him against Chicago, who doesn't rank very well. You have Sabonis out, so you'll have a potential to get extra run. So I like him quite a bit. Let's get into the lineup optimizer. We got 16 players in our player pool as of right now. So here's what it spits out on DraftKings. I didn't go this way, but we went and got... I'll show you what I'm working with right now at 10 o'clock in the morning. Vooch here, we got Turner here. Matthews, we didn't have him here. Jaylen Brown. And then we came down from Kawhi and put in Taj Gibson. So this is my my early look at my lineup. It's Kyrie, Schroeder, Simmons, Taj, Vucevic, Wes Matthews, Jaylen Brown, and Miles Turner. That'll be my single entry lineup. Like I said, I'm going to play 20 lineups today, so we're going to have a lot of verification. So leave comments in the comment section below if you have any questions about which plays I like. If you're comparing them side by side, I'll get to those questions as soon as I can. FanDuel, I'm just going to be playing one lineup over here on FanDuel. We're going to lock in Vucevic. I like him on both sites quite a bit. We'll lock in Schroeder. I'd rather go to Simmons over here. Let's go Simmons and Kyrie over here, and then we can start punting some positions. We'll leave Taj in there. I think we can get a better punt play than Parsons. I don't know who else is down here, but it's got to be somebody better than Parsons. Redick, I'm good there. I don't care for Redick all that much. I kind of want to get Kawhi over here. Let's get Kawhi and let's take out Kyrie over here just because he's so scoring dependent. You go like Tyus Jones, who I expect to see extra run today. We can get off Draymond. Let's see what else we got down here. Anybody popping up here? Not a whole lot of value. It's early yet, but stuff to keep an eye on. You get Jeremy Grant. You come up from Parsons and get Bruno. Something like this on FanDuel. Simmons, Tyus, Wes Matthews, Schroeder, Kawhi, Caboclo, Gibson, Jeremy Grant, Vucevic. Like that quite a bit. So there you go. Have it, guys. Remember, you can try out all the tools. 30 days for $1. Click in the link in the description below. I'll leave one in the comment section below just so you can find it nice and easily. And when you do so, you'll also get access to my custom player pool. So you'll see this Watch Players tab, which changes throughout the day. I will take people in. I will add people. I will take people out. But you'll get access to that for as long as you are part of the team. So you'll always have access to my player pool. If you don't have time to stop by and watch the video, you can come up here on Draft Dashboard, click my Watch Players tab, and it'll all be right there for you. So there you have it. That's today. I hope we bounce back today. So we'll have a good Tuesday afternoon. Good luck, guys. Hit the like, subscribe if you haven't.